Welcome to Freezer Milk Podcast. I'm your host, Bridget, along with my husband, Chris. Podcast where we talk about the comedic side and serious side of parenting, life, and relationships. We are boy parents. We have two boys, Enzo and Rhett, with about a 6-year age gap between the two. You can check out our website, freezermilk.com. Also, feel free to follow us on Instagram at Freezer Milk Podcast. Thanks and hope you enjoy.
Welcome back, everybody.
Our nanny's back.
Thank God.
She got here on Monday and I was like, I feel like I need confetti and balloons. Please don't ever leave us again, but go on vacation when you need to.
What was it? Didn't she text? She texted and she was like, I gotta take another day off. And I was like, oh my God, no.
I think it's in a month though. It's in September, end of September.
She does really well with him and it gives us time to do what we need to do.
I think Rhett, at first he was kind of okay, but then he was really excited to see her. It was pretty cute.
Yeah. She taught him to dance today.
What'd you say?
She taught him to dance today.
Yeah.
Did you see him? I mean, obviously you saw him on the table.
So, Rhett has this, it's the 4-in-1 activity center. I think it's by Fisher Price or Playmobil or whatever the Target brand is. And it has, when they're little, they can sit in the seat and spin around, in the center of the table and spin around and do different things. And then as they grow, you can take the seat out and just put a flat top in there. So Rhett figured out today that he can climb on his toy bin to then climb up on top of this thing and stand. So he did it once and I was like, oh hell no. You're on this little tiny table that is not probably very stable and this is not going to end well. So I realized the legs come off. So I took the legs off of it so it just sits on the ground an inch off the ground now. Which he then immediately decided was a dancing stage. Full on, swinging his hands, spinning in circles, clapping occasionally, full on dancing. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen him do that.
Me too. I've seen him sway his body a little bit if there's music playing, but he was full on dancing. Just so excited too, and so proud of himself about it.
He's such a pain in the ass right now because he's at that toddler stage. But he there's so many cute things that he does. The only word he knows is yeah. Yeah. And it's the most adorable thing in the world. He's he'll ask him questions and it's the only thing he knows. So.
And he gets excited that he's conversating.
Yeah, he's having a conversation with you.
And he says it really funny. He goes, yeah, in this little tiny voice. Yeah.
So over the last maybe 2 weeks, he started saying yeah, and now just recently he started dancing. So.
Oh, have you seen him go like this yet?
You understand that nobody can see that on the
I understand no one else can see it, but he kind of shrugs his shoulders up, but he puts his hands together and then raises them up as he's doing it. And I taught it to him, and he doesn't quite understand where to put his arms, but I taught him when we're playing peekaboo with one of his toys, because that's his newest thing is he'll hide a toy and play peekaboo with it. And so he'll hide the toy and I'll be like, where did it go? Nobody knows. And I put my hands up shrugging I don't know. But he does it with his hands together.
Almost like he's going up to get handcuffed.
Yeah. He does it with his hands together, but it's so funny because he'll do it and kind of look around nobody knows. Where did it go? So that's interesting to see. He's starting to pick up a lot of different body language and body motions in the last couple of days.
Yeah, he's cute. He's struggling today though. Oh. Having a rough day today.
We can probably count on one hand how many times this child's had diaper rash in his entire life.
Yeah.
And he has...
Today is it.
Today he's having diaper rash. And I feel terrible. We might have switched to a washcloth and water tomorrow or something. Because when you use a wipe on him right now, he just screams. His whole body shakes and he turns bright red because it just hurts him so bad. And I feel terrible. I'm we gotta wipe it good. You're pooping, dude. If we don't get it off your butt, it's only gonna get worse. But I feel so bad for him.
It's not feeling good.
No. Did you see how excited he was to see Enzo when Enzo got home yesterday after being gone for a week?
He was biggest ear-to-ear grin, and he ran straight over to him and excited. He gets more and more excited every time he sees Enzo after he's been gone for a week.
Yeah, as he's like getting older, it's like he really, really gets excited about seeing him.
Yeah.
It's so cute. And then today, this evening, he gets kind of lovey-dovey in the evenings sometimes. And so this evening, he was being like a little lovey-dovey with me, and Enzo came out and sat on the couch. And Rhett like immediately went over and just like threw himself on him and laid his head on him, just snuggled. Like just hugged him, and then like leaned up and like started kissing him on his cheek. And Enzo was like, okay, good snuggles.
I hope they have a good relationship like that when they're older. It's like me and my siblings didn't.
Yeah.
We weren't close like that.
I don't think, were you guys super close as kids though?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
I mean, my sisters were close, but...
Well, and I definitely weren't, so I don't know what that's like at all.
Yeah, it was... I don't know.
According to Enzo today, he was saying that he's always going to vacation with his brothers as he gets older, and maybe he'll invite us sometimes. But he's always going to go on vacation with his brothers.
Of course they're going to invite us. We're the ones with the money.
Well, then he asked me today, he was like, with this new baby and Rhett, am I more like their cousin because we have different dads? I was like, well, you're half brothers.
Pause that.
Sorry, we had to pause for a second because we are sitting outside in our new patio furniture.
Yeah, tell them about that.
I will. But a big plane flew by because we live somewhat near an airport and it was going to be really loud. So, but we've been like kind of stressing buying patio furniture a little bit. Because A, it's Arizona, and patio furniture doesn't last in the heat and sun. And then B, like, it's really expensive for good patio furniture.
We have this, brand new backyard with a pool that didn't have any furniture.
It has like different areas around the pool. It's
What
like
did you
not
buy?
a traditional shape.
What did you buy first, though? Remember the set you bought first? That's sitting on the
So I bought a patio set. It was like a love seat and 2 chairs and a little table. And little is the operative word. It was on clearance for like $190.
Anybody that knows me, I'm not a small guy.
No. You're built like a linebacker. Or lineman, whatever the word is. I don't know football stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
The big guys.
The big guys. And, this patio furniture looks like it's made for children.
How much did you spend on it?
It was like $190. It was on clearance.
2 chairs and a sofa.
2 chairs and a love seat. The
And a
love
table.
seat's like the size of, I don't know, like the width of like a lazy boy recliner.
When I put it all together, I got it out of the boxes, put it all together, set it on the ground. I thought it was for children.
It looked really small once we put it together. Like really small. And the problem is like, it's not a problem. It's a good problem to have. But with our pool, we designed it so that there's like different... Oh, it's another plane. Hold on. So this furniture is like super small, and our pool has these different areas that you can kind of create seating. So we have like an elevated deck near one corner of the pool. That's like a nice deck to put like a sofa and like a fire pit in the winter, and we have a section where we could put like lounge chairs, and then there's like a small section on the opposite corner of the deck that's like shallower on that side of the pool, and we could have a sitting area there. But this miniature size furniture I got was not going to cut it at all. So we started looking, and we put together a budget of like what we wanted to spend, and we're like, realistically, we don't want to spend that much money because again, the stuff doesn't last out here. And lo and behold, one of our new neighbors, who's been in their house like 5 or 6 months, has some stuff happening, and they have to move out of state. And so she posted in our little neighborhood Facebook group, hey, I have all of this outdoor furniture. I'd like to sell to somebody.
It's all brand new.
It's like 4 months old, and this is the price I want to sell it for. And it was still more than we wanted to spend. So I replied to her. I just said, hey, if you don't get any takers, let me know, because I'd love to take a couple pieces off of your hands, but the full price and the full set is not within my budget. And she responds back, and she was like, honestly, like, I would much rather just go to a neighbor and go to someone that I know is going to, like, love it and enjoy it and not deal with the Facebook or Craigslist or OfferUp or any of that drama. So she's like, would X amount work, which was quite a few $100s less than she originally posted it for. So I text you. You were, like, driving home from something. I was like, I kind of want to spend this much money on patio furniture. You're like, no. Absolutely not. I was like, but it's amazing. You're like, no. I was like, just wait till you get home, I'll show you. You're like, can you talk them down another $200? I'm like, I already talked her down, like, a lot of money. So, no, I don't want it to be like, let me take another $200 off. So, lo and behold, for a very cheap price, we got, like, $4,500 worth of patio furniture.
For our original budget.
Yeah, our original budget, which was very much lower, much lower than that. And it's like these two really nice armchairs that we're sitting in now.
She like threw in a bunch of extra stuff too.
She did.
That I wasn't counting on.
She was like, "Oh, I have this outdoor area rug and this outdoor little
table and this
console table and this little
thing.
ceramic, decorative table and
some pillows and
yeah."
I'm like,
So it's like just the lounge chairs that we got, they retail like $700 a piece.
Yeah, those Chase lounges, and they're comfy and they're big, and
I think the cushions are like 4-inch maybe.
Yeah, and now you look in our backyard and it looks like a resort.
It does. It was like we got all the stuff back here, and we're like, this is a lot of furniture.
But it fits perfectly.
It really does.
You almost have to sell it with the house.
I love it. It's amazing.
It's very comfortable. It fits me. I actually fit comfortably on it.
Mm-hmm. But it's like the nice, like, wicker kind of looking, that's like a driftwoody color with like beigeish, grayish cushions. And
yeah, so needless to say, we decided to do our show on it today to see how that would go over. So if we got a lot of background noise, we apologize. But
it's not too
nothing like being able to record podcasts sitting in your furniture overlooking your pool.
Yeah. It's definitely very nice.
We got a storm rolling in.
I know it's supposed to rain the next couple of days.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain for a while.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It's monsoon season. It's the best time of year. Yeah.
What else been going on this week?
Oh, we're embarking on new business ventures and working, and we've got Enzo this week. He's getting a lot better at swimming. We got him a dive ring set, and he loves it.
Oh, he loves it so much. He's getting really good too. I like that. He asked me today, he was like, so right now when the weather's good, every day when I get home from school, after I do my homework, can we go swimming? And I was like, I don't see why not. Like we don't typically go places because we have a crazy toddler.
Yeah,
so.
The whole reason why we did the backyard, the pool, is because we stay home so much.
But he's getting really good just even from the last couple of days of being able to swim every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely seen like an improvement in his swimming ability and swimming technique, and
yeah, he still likes to drink the water, but
he does. So we've worked on his biggest reason is that he will like go underwater and come up for like a second and then go right back under, and so it's not enough time to get like a full inhale of air before he goes under again. So we've been working on you have to stay above water for 10 seconds every time you come up, so that you can like calm your breathing down, get a nice good inhale before you go back underwater, so you don't try to just inhale water.
Yeah.
Which he does try to do.
But Red's starting to get used to the pool too. I think he's a little overwhelmed. He loves the the bathtub, but I think the pool being really big is he gets comfortable with you. He doesn't like it with me.
He only likes it with me for about 5 minutes and then he's over it. But I guess it's 5 minutes, it's good. It'll probably just take time.
Yeah. I mean, Enzo was terrified of the water for the longest time, if you remember that.
Yeah. That was crazy. Talk about the other night when Brett started crying for like an hour. Like,
oh, man,
an hour and a half after we went to bed.
It must have been his stomach or something, but
I don't know.
He never does that. Like,
Never.
he's, we put him down at 7:30. He might wake up at like 2 to nurse for, I don't
Anywhere
know.
from like 2 to 4.
Yeah, from 2 to, like, he'll do it once now.
Mm-hmm. And it's like 10 minutes.
10 minutes of nursing, he's back to sleep, and he wakes up at 5:15, 5:30 most days. But the other night, he woke up at like 11.
Yeah.
11 p.m. I had just fallen asleep. You had just fallen asleep.
I think we fell asleep at like 10:15. Yeah. Like it was we had not even been asleep an hour.
So he just started wailing, and you went in there first to try and calm him down. And
did my magical nursing.
Did her nursing, put him back down, and he just lost it, like would not stop. She came back in our room, and I'm not very good when I fall asleep, and then I get woken up suddenly because of something. So she was basically like, she rolls over and she goes,
after how long though? Like 20 minutes?
Yeah, it was probably like 20 minutes
of him just
belting it out. She's like, you want to try? And I'm like, I'm pissed.
I don't even think I said it like that. I said, because I knew if I said it was sass, you were going to get like way mad. And I kind of told myself like, he's going to be way mad no matter what. Because I know you. And in your mind, the only thing that works for Rhett is boobs middle of the night. So what the fuck is the point of you doing anything in your mind?
That's
Which
true.
I'm like, I can't wait for this new baby to come along. And I'm going to be like, ha, diaper change, motherfucker. It's 2 a.m.
When Rhett was a baby,
you did.
I did all that shit. I got up every night to get him out of his swaddle thing to give him to
and
you.
And I'm looking forward to that again. So
I don't want you to make it sound like I don't do shit now with him. I don't, because again, he only wakes up normally once for 10 minutes just to nurse, and you put him back and he goes to sleep.
So I was like, I can't have sass because you're just going to get mad either way, but you'll be more mad if I have sass. So
I was seeing Reddit.
Oh, yeah, I could tell you were just, like, you weren't sleeping. I could tell you were sitting there fuming, like, is this bitch going to go in there and, like, fucking nurse his ass again? Like, what the hell? Why aren't you doing anything, Bridget? Is what, like, the vibe I was getting off of you in bed. And so I was like, hey, do you mind going and trying? And you, like, bit my head off.
I blew up anyway.
You're like, why? He's just going to get more mad. I don't understand why I need to fucking go in there.
Needless to say, I went in there, and
he got more mad.
He calmed down. No, he calmed down for... I was in there for probably 15 minutes.
It might have been 20.
It might have been 20 minutes. He, like, fell asleep, and then immediately, as soon as I pulled him away from my chest and went to set him down, he started wailing.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is going on? So I walked back to the room, and I lay down, and I'm like, see?
Didn't fucking work.
Yeah, see? Showed you. I told you so. And then
I was like, all I could think in my head was I really wanted to be like, sorry, my magical tits didn't do their wonders today.
And then last night?
Oh, but it still took him like another 20 minutes before he fell asleep.
Oh yeah, I know.
He just screamed and then exhausted himself.
Yeah, he exhausted himself. Finally went back to sleep. Woke up at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good, right as rain. But then last night we got Enzo back. And Enzo has horrible growing pains.
Ugh.
And there's not a whole lot you can do for him other than, maybe here's some kid ibuprofen and some ice. But anyway, we went to bed. I went to bed. First you came in the room after I had gone to sleep, and you turned on the light.
Not the room light. We have like a little red glow lamp.
She turned on the light. She's like doing
her
makeup.
Red glow.
No, she's doing her makeup. She's got the hair dryer out. I'm like, what is going on? Why are you in here? What are you doing?
None of those things. It's a little lamp.
I had just fallen asleep. I was.
Hold on, we need to put the truth in the story.
I opened my eyes and saw red.
Because it was a red glow lamp.
Well, you know what? I still saw red.
And you know what else? My makeup was it was my night face cream that I was putting on at my bedside.
Yeah, but you also flip your hair aggressively, and it every time it smacks the end table, and I can hear it. It whisks. It whisks the table, and then I got to hear you put your tooth in, and I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. So, needless to say, she woke me up.
Can we go back to the fact that our poor audience is like, her tooth? What?
She had to get, what'd you get? A flipper thing.
I guess I think it's called a flipper right
now.
It's
a molar,
so it's like
back molar.
It's the second to last molar. It's a spacer until they can put the implant in.
Yeah, so she's got a little tooth she has to wear at night.
Yeah, to keep the gap from closing because they have an implant they're going to put in.
Only Marylanders. But anyway.
The funny part is I do this every time I go to bed after you, which is not that often, but every time I go to bed after you, this is my routine. And you never wake up for it.
I woke up this time.
You were like, irate. Why the fuck is the light on? I'm like, the little red glowing lamp that's super tiny and I cannot even see anything halfway across the room with? Why is it on?
Well, and then you're every time
see.
you pick up your phone like 12 times by from the point that you set it down and you go to bed, you pick it up like 12 times, and I can hear it hit the fucking end table. I'm like, oh my god, like why does she have to come in here throwing bowling balls? I don't fucking get it. I was so irate.
What the fuck are bone balls?
Bowling balls.
Oh, bowling balls.
But anyway, so we get past that. I fall asleep again. And our door slams. Our freaking bedroom door slams.
I had a heart attack.
I shot up. I'm like looking around and yeah, I'm going for the gun. I'm getting a bat, whatever. I'm going to throw Bridget at these people. I don't care. Like I'm just not in the mood. And it's Enzo, and he comes in. He goes. He doesn't know how to be quiet.
No.
So he comes in and he's like. Tries to whisper Cree,
like
but it's a full fucking yell. He's like Cree, Cree, and I'm like, holy shit! And he's like crying because he has really bad growing pains. I'm like, man, am I ever gonna get sleep again?
Nope.
And then the baby woke up at like 5:15 this morning.
It was 4:40, but yeah.
That's a day and a night.
Oh, and then I had a
nightmare.
nightmare.
Youngkins family household.
I had a nightmare this morning.
Yeah, and then I get a text message from her.
I was like hysterically sobbing in
I
room.
got a text message.
I don't know if you could hear me or not.
No, I got a text message from Bridget at 7 o'clock or 6:50.
It was 6:20.
I'm dealing with the kids.
6:20.
I'm fed the kids. I've got them ready for school.
Basically 10 a.m.
The baby's eating, ready to roaring. Everybody's ready to go, and Bridget's still passed out in there at 6:50, and I get a text. I had a horrible nightmare. And I'm like, okay. And I think I just was like, what happened?
You were just like, wow, yeah.
And you explained to me that you had a dream that Rhett had gotten hit by a UPS truck.
And dragged
down
like
the street.
50 feet. And I was like, there, like, holding him, screaming for people to call 911, and nobody was because everyone thought somebody else was.
Which we've had talks about, but anyway. And then you come out of the room and you're still teary-eyed. Like,
oh, I was like, I started crying in my sleep, and it woke me up, and I was hysterically sobbing, like congestion, snot, tears, like inconsolable, hysterical. Like, my body processed all of the emotions of that dream.
Right then.
And I was like, I know it's a dream, but my body is already going through it right now. So, like, I just gotta ride the wave till it's over with. But, like, I know it's a dream. But, like, holy fuck, that was really real. Gay pregnancy dreams.
Needless to say, these evenings and
mornings
are interesting.
It was 6:20, by the way, because Enzo wasn't out of his room yet.
Man.
But it was like, because I'd woken up when Rhett got up, and then I wasn't sure if I was going to go back to sleep. And, like, I fell asleep in, like, a good mental state when I did fall back asleep, like, thinking about, like, nice things. And then hysterical. Like, inconsolable distress. So, it was not a great start to my day.
No.
But you sent me a super cute picture of Rhett to try to make me feel better.
Yeah, I don't know if it worked, but I tried.
Like, he's here, he's fine, it's good. It was a rough couple nights and mornings recently.
Well, I'm hoping we get some sleep tonight.
Probably not. Just count on not having it. Well, I think that's really all we have for the week update, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. I gotta go work at my mom's house this weekend, so I'll have all sorts of new stories for you, I'm sure. Stay tuned.
Thanks for listening.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for listening. You can check us out at
freezermilk.com
or Instagram.
Freezer Milk Podcast.
Until next week, guys. Thanks.
Don't forget, parenting is a trip. We are all here on the journey with you together. Thanks so much for listening.